Good morning. I have just a quick word this morning, and my goodness, have you ever felt like you just don't have much to give? Have you ever been at the beginning of a week thinking, man, I got nothing? Have you ever been at the end of the week thinking, I'm drained, everything that I did have is gone? Have you ever, like me, right now, felt like your gift, your patience, your power, your strength, um, it's just this little tiny amount. I could pick it up and like hand it to you in a pinch, like a pinch of salt or a pinch of sugar. Have you ever thought that you just don't have what it takes? You don't have the time, you don't have the talent, you don't have the education, you don't have the response, you don't have the strength, you don't have the qualifications. Have you ever just felt like what you have to give, and yeah, I have something to give, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. And I was really struck with that as I was reading the story of the disciples telling Jesus, there's 5,000 men here, plus women and children, and they're hungry. They've been here all day. Send them somewhere to get something to eat. And Jesus says, you don't have to send them anywhere. What do you have? And I am certain that just like me, the disciples were like, well, not much. And they didn't have much. They had a couple of fish and about 5 small loaves of bread. And they're like, we don't have much. This is all we have, this tiny little, not enough. We don't have enough. And Jesus said, give it to me. And something supernatural happened. Something miraculous happened. Jesus said, thank you, God. And he gave it back to the disciples. And nothing crazy happened. It looked the same. It was the same 2 fish and 5 loaves. And I wonder how they felt in that moment. But instead of saying, you know what, Jesus, okay, stop messing with us, stop joking with us, here, take your fish. They just started passing it out. They just started handing it out. Here you go, here you go, here you go. And not only was there enough to feed 5,000 men and probably 5,000 women and children, they collected 12 basketfuls after they had served all the people. They had a ton left over. God worked a miracle with their tiny little gift because they gave it to him. They gave it to him and he worked a miracle. So today, as you're going into this week, if you're like me, feeling like I don't have enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not patient enough, I'm not smart enough, Jesus says, what do you have? Give that to me. Okay, well, here's my smart, and here's my heart, and here's my patience, and he does something with it. You might not feel different. You might not look different. But when you start to step out in faith and belief, knowing that, hey, I gave this to Jesus. I said, here's my little bit. And I know, no matter how it looks, I know he did something. And you start to operate in that, act in that, give it out, pass it out, hand it around. Suddenly you realize not only do you have enough, you have more than enough. In fact, you have so much that it comes back to you in the end. It says in Ephesians that he will do exceeding abundantly above all I could ask or even imagine to ask. So what is it that you don't have enough of today going into this week? Give it to Jesus and watch him work a miracle. And next time that you don't have much, remember what Jesus did the last time with the little bit that you gave him. And give him your little bit again. And watch what he does time and time and time again, because he's faithful. He will do it. It's going to be a great day.